Hi, everybody. Welcome to day 37 of my last semester as a college professor. Actually, I just spoke to one of my students who said that she had seen a couple of these and she liked them. And I laughed because I don't know what's there to like about this, and I didn't know anybody would ever watch these. Let me go back and reiterate why I'm doing these. This is my last semester as a college professor, and I wanted to make sure that I had a record of what happened day by day, so that if I ever wanted to write about this, or if I wanted to remember what it was like this last semester, I would I would do it. I would have this record. Um, I taught ESL 5A today. I really like this class. They're very smart and they're a lot of fun to be around. They're not as they're quiet. They don't really jump in and say things, but I do enjoy having them in the class. And we just had a raucous hour because we were talking about the book, The War Between the Classes, which by Gloria Mikulowicz. If you ever get a chance to read that book, I think that you would enjoy it. It's a little PC for me, too PC for me, because it's all about like the prejudice that exists in America and how it's sexist, racist, whatever it is, And if enough people keep saying it, I believe that there's a lot to it. I mean, to be honest with you, that there is some hidden prejudice that some people carry. But I think that here's what happens in life, and this is quickly, you compensate for it. If you not you don't be a dick to people. You act friendly. You actually are more friendly. Then you're more concerned. You're more out there trying to do the right thing. And the reason is because you know that there's some kind of like animosity, historical animosity. Let's call it that. I mean, I don't feel it, but at the same time, some sense of differentness. And look, differentness is not bad. Differentness is a good thing. It's an asset. It's not a liability. And the more people think about it, the more they'll understand that. But we don't think; we just react. So that's it. And like these cheeseheads that run the media on both sides, they're just throwing shit down just to sell items. That's all it is. It's just item selling. That's what most of the society is involved in, and I don't think it's terrible. I just think you have to recognize that whatever it's CNN, Fox, MSNBC, and all the other stations, they're just trying to get ratings and they're trying to get paid. If these guys were getting paid $100,000 a year, life would be a little bit different, I think, than if you're giving them $7 to $10 million, because then they think they're hot stuff, that they're worth something, that they're when their opinions are just opinions. That's all it is. An opinion is not a fact. An opinion is not provable in the court of law. It's an opinion, right? Okay. So I don't want to, that's what it's about. But I don't want to get exercised about that. So my opinion is about these students, and this is not admissible in a court of law, is that they're great. I don't care if they don't know as much as I do. Who cares? They're learning. That's the whole point. I admire them. They're taking these 3 hours a day, 2 times a week, and all the ancillary work that they have to do in order to keep up in this class. Because I'm not easy. I'm sitting there like hammering them every day to learn, to study, to work on this. That's the great joy of being a teacher. It's like you tell people what they can do to help themselves to be better at something. Isn't that what teaching is? But I don't want to say it with this kind of, like animus in my voice, because I don't feel that. I feel a lot of love and the admiration for those people. And those people is not a euphemism. I mean, the people that I teach, the people that I love, the people that I work with, those are the people. They're not those people. They're the people. My friends, my classmates, my students, as I've always said to students, I am the number one learner in this class. I have to be. That's my job. My job is to learn who you are. Your job is not to learn much about me, because I'm one person. I don't really have that much to offer. But you, 30 of you 25 of you 20 of you have a lot to offer. It's a panoply of life. Okay. So anyway, so the first hour we had to talk about the test that they're taking, which should be very simple. I went through it again this morning just to make sure there were no mistakes, and I think I kind of cleared up most of the problems. I'll probably get a couple in the next few days, but we'll see. And when I looked at the test, I realized, this is not a challenging test. It's pretty simple. But I want them to do well, so I don't mind if they get 100%. That's my job, is to give them, give them equipment to better their lives, right? And if they can find the distinctions between one sentence and another, between one idea and another, that's great. And if they can identify information that we went over in the classroom, then that is great. That's my job. My job is to help them to know. So if they can prove to me that they've learned this information, then wow, that's what I want them to do. Okay, so that was the first hour and a half. And there are always good questions. These students are very smart, and they're also interested. They want to get better. They know they can get better, and they know I can help them. They're not idiots. They understand that this is, that good teachers can help. By the way, I'm a little bit on the exercise version, and maybe it's because I feel good about what happened today. When I think back to 3 months ago when I first started teaching this class, I was so apprehensive. I didn't know if I could do it. I didn't know if I wanted to do it. And this is not, this is certainly going better than I expected. Okay? So thank God for that, and thank God, definitely. Then after the break, we talked about the war between the classes, and I just really enjoy the book. I tell them, it reminds me of being a teenager again when I really enjoyed reading books, and not that I don't now, but when it was such a pleasure to open a book and spend a little time in it, to dip into that world. And that's what I'm doing here with them, and I kind of enjoy it. So today was a banner day. Day 37 was better than day one, better than day two, better than day 10, better than day 25. And that's what I like about this whole career. That's what I've liked. And that's what I'll miss. But I went to a department meeting yesterday, and I was like listening to people, and I realized, hey, everybody's just trying to angle their way and get what they want, which is fine. I'm the same. I'm not different from that. But in reality, I'm just not a part of that world any longer. The fight for that, for the crumb, is not really important to me. I want to go for the whole cake again, the whole pie, the pizza pie, the big pie, and that's it. By the way, I also got news today that the Italian WET project of having assistant teachers is trying to reassemble for September, and I want to go. I'll go for 4 months. I'll enjoy it. I said yes, and I'll didn't say much beyond that. Okay. Anyway, thank you very much, and have a beautiful day.